There was a time when you believed you could handle everything, and somehow you did. You worked, you solved problems, you answered messages, you carried responsibilities no one else noticed. You stayed strong for everyone around you. Little by little, you became the strong woman, the one who always keeps going, the one who never falls apart, the one who holds everything together. But no one ever asked who was holding you. And one day, something changed, not physically, emotionally. Small things started overwhelming you. Noise felt heavier. Patience disappeared faster. You woke up tired even after sleeping. You wanted silence more than conversation. And while your life continued normally on the outside, internally, something felt exhausted. Many women think this means weakness, but it doesn't. Sometimes you are not broken. Sometimes you have simply spent years surviving in emotional survival mode, and no one ever taught you how to live in peace. Modern women carry an invisible emotional weight, not just work, mental load, remembering everything, managing emotions, taking care of everyone, trying to stay calm while constantly overwhelmed. And eventually, the body reacts. Because emotions do not live only in the mind. They also live in the nervous system, in cortisol, in sleep, in inflammation, in hormones, in emotional exhaustion. And this is important. Many women are not too emotional. They are biologically overwhelmed. The human nervous system was never designed to live in constant emotional alert. Yet so many women wake up every day already tense, already overstimulated, already emotionally exhausted, and slowly reacting becomes automatic. You react to stress, you react to pressure, you react to small inconveniences, you react because your nervous system no longer feels safe. Then guilt appears, because many women were taught that strength means enduring everything silently. But true strength is not destroying yourself while pretending to be fine. True strength is learning how to return to yourself. The Stoics understood something centuries ago that modern neuroscience now confirms. You cannot control everything happening around you, but you can train how you respond internally, and that changes everything. Because peace is not the absence of emotion. Peace is the ability to remain grounded while feeling deeply. And women feel deeply. That is not weakness. It is sensitivity, awareness, perception, connection. The problem is not feeling. The problem is becoming emotionally consumed by everything you feel. Many women absorb emotions like sponges: stress, conflict, tension, expectations, everyone else's emotional chaos. Eventually, the nervous system stops distinguishing between danger and daily life. Cortisol rises, and when cortisol stays elevated for too long, patience decreases, sleep suffers anxiety, increases emotional reactivity, grows exhaustion, becomes constant. Suddenly, you no longer feel like yourself. But maybe this exhausted version is not who you truly are. Maybe it is simply who you became after carrying too much for too long. Strong women often live with silent thoughts like, I can't fall apart. I have to keep going. Everyone depends on me. I'll rest later. But the body listens to everything, and eventually, it speaks. Sometimes through anxiety, sometimes through irritability, sometimes through insomnia, sometimes through emotional numbness. And this is important. You do not need to become cold in order to become peaceful. That is one of the biggest modern misunderstandings. Healing is not becoming emotionless. True emotional intelligence means learning how to feel deeply without losing yourself. Many women live reacting because no one ever taught them how to pause. But pausing is not weakness. Pausing is power. Because when a woman learns to breathe before reacting, everything changes. Her relationships change. Her energy changes. Her decisions change. Her nervous system changes. Even the body responds differently to calm. Calm lowers stress hormones. Calm improves emotional regulation. Calm protects the nervous system. This is not empty spirituality. It is biology. The problem is that many women become so used to chaos that peace feels unfamiliar. They feel guilty resting, guilty saying no, guilty creating boundaries. And eventually they become emotionally exhausted, trying to save everyone except themselves. But an emotionally exhausted woman slowly disappears. Her joy disappears. Her softness disappears. Her clarity disappears, even while she continues functioning. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But many women were never taught how to feel emotionally safe within themselves, so they try to control everything. Situations, people, outcomes, emotions. Because control creates temporary relief. But true peace appears when you realize you do. Her decisions change. Her nervous system changes. Even the body responds differently to calm. Calm lowers stress hormones. Calm improves emotional regulation. Calm protects the nervous system. This is not empty spirituality. It is biology. The problem is that many women become so used to chaos that peace feels unfamiliar. They feel guilty resting, guilty saying no, guilty creating boundaries, and eventually they become emotionally exhausted trying to save everyone except themselves. But an emotionally exhausted woman slowly disappears. Her joy disappears. Her softness disappears. Her clarity disappears, even while she continues functioning. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But many women were never taught how to feel emotionally safe within themselves, so they try to control everything: situations, people, outcomes, emotions, because control creates temporary relief. But true peace appears when you realize you do not need to control everything in order to feel stable. That is emotional maturity. Modern feminine serenity is not silence. It is presence. It is a woman who no longer needs chaos in order to feel powerful. A woman who protects her peace without becoming cold. A woman who understands that emotional regulation is also self-respect. And there is something else almost no one talks about. Hormones absolutely influence emotional regulation, and acknowledging that does not make women weak. Stress affects hormones. Sleep affects emotions. The menstrual cycle affects emotional sensitivity. Perimenopause changes the nervous system completely. Many women feel guilty for not feeling like the younger version of themselves anymore. But maybe life is not taking away your strength. Maybe it is teaching you a wiser form of it. There comes a moment in a woman's life when she realizes something important. Peace of mind matters more than proving herself to everyone. That realization changes everything. You stop arguing over every little thing. You stop explaining yourself constantly. You stop carrying emotional responsibilities that were never yours. You begin choosing peace, not because you gave up, but because you evolved emotionally. The wise woman stops wasting energy trying to control impossible people. Instead, she protects her mind, her sleep, her nervous system, her emotional stability, because she understands something powerful. Energy is also a biological resource, and this may be one of the most important lessons of modern Stoicism for women. Not everything deserves a reaction, not because your voice does not matter, but because your peace matters too. And when a woman stops reacting impulsively, she begins recovering her inner power. She thinks more clearly, she feels more grounded, she becomes emotionally stronger. Calm is not passivity. Calm is self-control. And in a world where everyone is emotionally overstimulated, serenity becomes a form of intelligence. Strong women cry too. Strong women get overwhelmed too. Strong women get tired too. You do not need to be perfect in order to be powerful. Maybe true feminine strength is not about carrying everything alone. Maybe it is about learning how to care for yourself with more wisdom, more softness, and more peace. Because in the end, the strongest woman is not the one who never breaks. It is the one who learns how to return to herself again and again. If this video resonated with you, maybe you do not need to become harder. Maybe you simply need more peace, more clarity, and a calmer inner world. Welcome to Stoic Sophia, a space where philosophy, feminine wisdom, emotional regulation, and modern life come together. Here we talk about emotional strength, anxiety, and overwhelm hormones and nervous system health, feminine resilience, peace of mind, and the art of staying grounded in a chaotic world. If this message found you at the right moment, subscribe to the channel now, because calm is power, and this is only the beginning.